Hey Eurovision fam, it's Alesia and Michelle. I'm sat here barefaced because we're gonna have a real conversation. Really fun conversation. We're gonna take it back. We're gonna take it way, well, not that way back. In honor of hitting 20K subscribers. I can't even believe I'm saying that. 20K subscribers. It's been a long road and I finally made it. Thank you all so much for watching. So in honor of that, I decided to do a video where I take a little retroactive look back. Hey, what, Eurovision 2022, I got a new video, Alesia, Michelle, I'm ready to go. Are you ready? Eurovision fam, yeah. Are you ready for the show? Today we're going to be talking about my ranking of my favorite Eurovision winners of the past 10 years. I actually have not really done this before. Back when I first started my YouTube channel, I did do a video where I think I looked at the winners that I liked, and I picked like 5 winners, but I think I did like of the 2000s. I think I looked at all of the 2000s. I chose like my 5 favorites, but I'm actually going to be ranking from 10 to number 1 my favorite songs, basically, that have won the Eurovision Song Contest. Now, before people get really offended and all of that stuff, hey, if you love the Eurovision Song Contest, welcome to my channel. If you love Eurovision, you really should consider liking this video and subscribing. You like this video because basically you're telling YouTube that you like content that is related to the Eurovision Song Contest, but then you subscribe to my channel because you want more Eurovision content. Yes, I know you do, so come on over. We have great conversations. I don't think you'll regret it. Now, this is sort of a fun thing to do because we're talking about our winners here. So these are all songs for the most part that I like, other than maybe like 2 songs. Yeah, there's probably only like 2 songs in here that I'm not really a fan of. All the rest of them I really like. I think some people out here in the Eurovision fandom have been sort of upset with some of the winners that we've had in recent years. I'm not really one of those people. In the last 5 years in particular, I think that we've had a lot of really good Eurovision winning songs, and I think that the contest has only gotten better and more competitive over the years. So yeah, I could make a case for any of these songs that have won over the past couple of years, like why they won, because they were all really good. So let's kick it off with my number 10, which y'all probably already know. It's Running Scared, AZERBAIJAN, 2011. Yeah, I don't ever listen to this song. I don't even go back and really watch the video of this song. I liked a lot of other songs that year, but every so often I think things need like a reset, and I sort of look back at AZERBAIJAN winning in 2011 as a reset for the contest. So yeah, we're kicking off number 10, it's AZERBAIJAN, Running Scared. Next up, this might feel kind of controversial for folks, but honestly, the reason why it's here is because much like AZERBAIJAN, I don't ever listen back to this song. I don't ever really watch the video of the performance. And ultimately that year, I really was one of those people, I was not clocking for it to win, but I really liked the other song that was the runner-up that year. And apparently a lot of Eurovision fans weren't clocking for that song either, so I think I was just fully out of the bubble that year and just not in tune with what was possible. But I don't think that I was alone. But yeah, Rise Like a Phoenix, Conchita verse. Although I wasn't upset with Conchita winning because that year a lot of stuff was going on, and I think Conchita winning actually was like the most recent political winner that we've had. A lot of people talk about this politics at Eurovision and everything, and although I wouldn't say that Conchita's song is political or anything like that, I do think that just her mere existence on the Eurovision stage that year at Eurovision was an act of political defiance and amazingness and love and positivity. So ultimately I was not bummed that Conchita won, but I don't listen to that song. I don't go back and watch the video. So for me, it's my number 9. Next up at number 8, yeah, I've got Heroes, Måns Zelmerlöw. Now I have to tell you, I fully cried when Sweden won. I cried mostly because I was really excited for the prospect of just being able to go to Sweden. I had just been in Sweden a couple of months before Måns won, and I think in my mind I just didn't even think it was possible for Sweden to win so soon. And that year I was pulling for Il Volo to win. But I'm a sucker for classical contemporary music, so Yeah, I was probably more inclined to be rooting for Italy that year. But yeah, Heroes is a song I like. I like the performance. I'm not mad that Mons won. And I mean, I say this as someone who was rooting for Italy that year. I was still really happy for Mons. And I think what they did and the full package of that song and that performance, that is when I start talking about how Eurovision staging matters. I do think with this, it was just a nice, perfect storm, and Mons ended up becoming victorious, and Sweden won, so close to winning before. And ultimately, I don't really listen to the song, but I can't say that I don't go back and sometimes watch the performance. I'm actually gonna hopscotch and talk about my number five. My number five is Portugal. I just love that song. I remember like when I finally had the opportunity to really dive into the performance and just how transported I was. There is something so transcendent about that performance, about that song. It's weird because in the Eurovision bubble, I remember I asked on TikTok like what someone's least favorite like Eurovision winner was, and so many people said Salvador. And I'm not gonna lie, it's so interesting that there's so much of this kind of like hate for the entry, and so many people are like, oh, how could it have won? When literally this is a completely undisputable winner. Won the jury, won the televote. Yeah, y'all gonna have to let that go. But yes, my number five is Portugal, Salvador Sobral. I really do. I go back and watch that performance. I go back and listen to the song. I love it so much. All right, well, we're gonna drop down now. Yep, we're gonna kind of hopscotch around this thing. And we're going back to my number seven, and my number seven is Toy. Honestly, I love this song. I go back and watch the music video. I have it in rotation and I listen to it. I really like this song. I also just like Netta as an artist. It's so interesting that a lot of people still felt like Israel winning that year was kind of a surprise, because I remember when that song dropped and there was so much hype around it. And it really wasn't until the rehearsals when we finally saw Cyprus take to the stage and Eleni Fuera hit that stage and brought heat and fire to it. But look, the road was paved. Netta was definitely one of the favorites going into Eurovision 2018, and I just loved the song. I loved the spirit of the song. I loved her as a performer. Yeah, Toy is my number seven. Number four, it's 1944. I love this song. I still listen to this song. I was one of the people that thought Ukraine had a real chance at winning. I remember I had just started my YouTube channel and I was doing all of my predictions and I was talking about songs that had winner potential. And I remember a lot of people were like, oh no, the song is too political. It's too political. It's not going to win. I'm like, I'm not vibing to what you're vibing to. I love this song. I love how inventive it was. And then the fact that it still had elements of her culture in it. Yeah, 1944, it's my number four. And then we're gonna drop it back down to my number six. And my number six is Only Teardrops. Y'all, that is one of my Eurovision karaoke selects. I love singing that song. And, I just feel like there's something about that performance that just feels so down to earth and just natural. I don't know how to put my finger on it, but it's just something about it that's so catchy. It's so easy. And I just think Emily DeForce is just so relatable as a singer, and just delivered this song with such ease and comfort. And yeah, Only Teardrops, it's my number six. All right, we're down to the wire. It's my top three, and I'm just gonna give it away now. My top three, in my number three position, it is Måneskin, who won Eurovision 2021. I really liked this song. I am actually a rock music fan. I've been sort of itching to have another rock win for Eurovision, and we had some close calls in the 2000s. But yeah, we needed Måneskin. We were waiting. We were waiting for them to hit. It is not surprising to me that this entry and this act was able to sort of transcend and become the worldwide sensation that they did. And I'm going to go out on a limb and give some big ups to the Eurovision Song Contest, because I don't know, if they didn't win Eurovision, would they have become the global phenomenon that they've become? Some people would argue that they would have. But I stand here, your favorite American Eurovision fan, and I say no. If it weren't for this Eurovision win, they might have been big in Europe. They would have definitely been big in Italy. But I think them winning Eurovision was just that, like, spark and that ticket to ensure that they blew up all over the world. So I love it. Italy 2021 is my number 3. All right, it's my top 2. We've only got 2 songs left, and I'm just going to go ahead and rip the Band-Aid. My number 2 is Euphoria, and my number 1 is Arcade. I'm not a highly emotional person. I'm really, really, really not. I cannot believe that in my reaction for Arcade, I just began to weep. There was something so emotive about that song, and the fact that the song sort of had this second life thanks to TikTok. I'm really, really happy that happened for Duncan Lawrence, because there is something so beautiful and transcendent about Arcade. It just is, and I know that there are some people who just didn't connect to the song, and how unfortunate. I just happen to be one of the people who does connect to it, and it just hits me in a spot that not a lot of songs or just pieces of art do. So Arcade is definitely my number 1, and Euphoria is my number 2. I will never forget the first time that I saw Euphoria and heard the song. Like, I just will never ever forget it, because I remember after I saw the Melody Festival in performance, I just proceeded to watch it over and over and over and over again. It was a song that I didn't just want to experience sonically. I wanted to experience it sonically and visually see it. The way that they did that staging was so thoughtful. It was so simple and yet beautiful and impactful. And I also think it was slightly unexpected for the type of song that we had. I mean, it is a pop dance track. It is very Scandi. The production is very clean. And it could have just been, her with some dancers on the stage, her singing the song with some slight choreography. But the way that they decided to stage it was so artful and so smart. And so, yeah, Euphoria, I still watch the performance. I still listen to the song. It's my number 2. Well, yeah, that's my ranking. Have you ever sat down and thought about this? Well, I challenge you to sit down and do your ranking for the past 10 years of Eurovision winners that we have. Drop down and talk to me in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I am so excited for Eurovision 2022. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I have so much content coming for you. You don't want to miss any of it.